Me, your host, Jack Reinhardt. This is the stream of the blue screen. How's everybody doing today? I am here with
I am the
Pablo91.
blue screen. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Sorry it's a blue screen. Well, I'm actually gonna try for the first time to stream from my original SNES, so you're gonna see me turning it on, and hopefully everything works fine.
Is that the SNES, your SNES that you grew up with, or is it another SNES you got when you were working at the retail?
It was another SNES I got when I was working at retail because unfortunately for me, my original SNES got I lent it to a friend and that friend moved away and I never saw the SNES again. And he took
Did you see
my
the friend again?
no, obviously. But
Bastard.
let's see if this works. It should.
That was the price of your friendship, a SNES, and it was too expensive.
It really was, bro. I mean, come on.
Right?
Plus he had like my best games that I lent him, so pretty upset,
Oh,
man.
what a
Like
what a cunt.
like I had the Secret of Manas, I had the Final Fantasies that I lent him.
Oof.
Yeah, it's I don't have those games yet. I mean, they're not hard to get, they're not expensive or anything, but like dude, you don't do this. You can steal games, but you don't steal a console. That is not okay. In all fairness, my original SNES already was like it had some battle wounds. It was open in some of the parts. Like it had gotten hit quite a few times, had fallen down quite a few times. So it's not a big issue. Now I have a better looking SNES, so to say. So it's not really a problem, I guess. Let's see if this
Do
is.
you have the purple one or the other one?
Do I have what?
The purple SNES or the other SNES?
The purple SNES. What
Yeah,
SNES are you talking
Americans
about?
got purple SNES. Americans got purple SNES. Like with purple buttons.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was like, purple? What the fuck are you talking about? No, I got the European SNES, obviously. So it's all grayed out. And yeah, and the buttons are colorful, because the American one is very robotic. It looks like a Transformer's face. It looks like fucking Optimus Prime or
Yeah,
something.
more like a Decepticon from the color scheme, but yeah, sure.
Bro, look, I don't know anything about Transformers. I'm just speaking out of my ass here, so it's possible. But yeah, so 25 years later, after I first played this game, and I've played it a lot, and I've never been able to pass the third level of this game.
You and millions of kids around the world.
I guess,
And
I
grown-ups too,
guess.
I'm sure.
So we're gonna attempt to pass the third level. That's where I draw the line. I don't expect to do more than that. I'm hoping I can, but I don't even know that I can, because I haven't played this in fucking ages. Yeah, no?
Didn't you play it a couple of years ago?
I played I played like the original one for the NES, and I played another one, but I didn't play Battlemaniacs, which is the SNES version. So which is still the same game, but just up-resed. But even then, when I played it, I got to the third level, and I was like, nah, fuck this. This time, we're gonna do a proper attempt at this,
Wow.
and see where life takes us. Uh, so
Okay,
let's see.
good.
Let's see how far we can go. So this game is Battletoads, in Battlemaniacs. So for whoever doesn't know, it's a side-scrolling beat 'em up with toads. That's pretty much it. It's a great fucking game, super humorous, super fucking hard as fuck. And let's see where life takes us, really. Let's see how far we can get on this. Can you see the stream on Discord? Can you see
Yeah,
the
yeah.
stream on
I see
Twitch?
everything, I'm playing some
You
cards.
see?
Yeah, I see, I see.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. So the story is your brother gets kidnapped and you gotta go save him from the evil witch. That's literally the premise. So here we go. I'm playing with Pimple, because as first player you can only play with Pimple. And I prefer Rash, but we're only playing one player, so here we go. Let's see how far we can get. You never played this game, have you?
No.
This game is great. Great, it's amazing. It's hard as fuck, but it's great.
Was Battletoads an arcade game? By arcade, I mean a game that you can play at the arcade where you put money in.
I don't think it was, but it's
Yeah,
possible.
because I had a lot of those games were extra difficult at times because they want to keep sucking your money, right? Like a quarter at a time, 50 cents at a time.
Don't have to tell me I played enough
Being
Metal
fast for the
Slug.
video. Exactly. So it would be interesting because that's the case with the Lion King game
Oh, The Lion
from the
King's
90s.
great. I love that
Yeah,
game.
it was made for arcades. It was difficult to make people, suck up their money, but it would be really curious if this was not the case for Battletoads. It's a console exclusive, really like all the way console game. Was designed for console and still insanely hard at that level.
Well, back then a lot of these games, even on console, were so much harder. Just because, for price value as well, and you would kind of get one game and play it over and over again, because the games weren't long per se.
Yeah.
So, that's the thing about this game. I'm sure that I never finished it, obviously, but I don't think that there's that many levels to it. It's just getting even... I don't even know what the fuck goes after the third level. If it gets harder, I'll die,
Who knows, right?
Yeah, exactly. Die. Stupid bitch. Ugh. My god, these fucking pigs.
So they're all
Thank you.
What do you call the two from the Ninja Turtles, Bebop and Rocksteady, right?
Bebop and... Oh, dude, I don't know. I didn't
The Ninja
really
Turtles,
watch the evil dudes, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, those two, the henchmen.
Yeah, that's probably their name. Sounds about... Ah, shit! I just got fucking pancaked. Ugh! Don't pancake me, son!
Yeah, Bebop and Rocksteady, that's their names, yeah.
Yeah? That's some cool names.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. No! Ah, shit. And there goes one life
And
already.
Bebop is the boar, yeah.
Yeah. So because this
So they're
game... Because this game's not an emulator, when I get game over, it's game over. I have to start from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. You can't just save state, none of that.
No, unfortunately
Game over,
not.
go back to level 1.
If I get lucky enough and I get a bonus level in between the second and the third level, I might be able to get some extra lives. Maybe 2 extra lives. But I also need to get to that point, and that's not... I'm not that good at this game, so... Plus, I used to play this game a lot in 2-player mode. So, playing it alone makes it even harder.
Right.
Unfortunately. But yeah. So how was your day, my friend?
It's good. Went to the beach, man.
Nice.
Got some sun. There were some waves, but I didn't surf today. They weren't not big enough to keep me entertained, So I just chilled in the water, enjoyed that heavily reduced gravity. Feels very nice on the back, not to experience that, and the knees as well. So I just stayed in the water for like an hour.
Nice.
Had a nice chat with Daddy on the phone. It was good.
Daddy! Hey, Daddy, I'm at the beach, Daddy! Are you proud of me, Daddy? I'm swimming! Fair play.
So that was nice. I am pretty much half a day, or a third of a day ahead of you in terms of waking hours. So how about your day, mate?
Yeah, it was good. I woke up super early, like 6:30. Oh my god! Sorry, I woke up like at 6:30. Just been taking it easy.
See, you said super early, right? You said, so you agree with me that 6:30 is super early. It's not only early.
I mean, it's super early for you, especially.
If you are Latin,
If you are Latin, it's basically waking up. Yeah, it's like it's too early. But
it's waking up. It's borderline farmer schedule.
well, it's not. I mean, Yeah, pretty much. I mean, farmer schedule's at 4:35, so yeah, I guess.
Yeah, 4:30 or 5. Yeah.
But yeah, then I was just cleaning the house a bit, looking after the doges. Then I was trying out the capture card, see if I could get my SNES working, because I hadn't turned on my SNES, and since I left London, I think I hadn't really turned it on. So I was just
Well,
checking. Yeah.
mhm.
So
How do you clean your SNES? With a toothbrush and good old blowing hair on it?
well, the thing is, luckily the SNES is very resilient. It doesn't really get affected that
Mhm.
much by dust and things. Because
So more like what? Humidity is the worst thing for a
pretty,
SNES?
pretty much, but it maintains itself pretty easily. Like, I have more issues with
Mhm.
my NES than I do with the SNES, because the NES has the cassette reader gets filled up with dust very easily, and it needs to be cleaned with like
Mhm.
alcohol inside where the actual
The teeth
connections
are,
are and
right?
things. Yeah. Because I was trying to connect my NES as well, because I was like, oh, let me see if the NES works. But unfortunately, I couldn't get it to start. Which is very common with the NES. Plus, I have two NESs. My good one is not here. My good one's in Coimbra, which is my childhood one. Um, so I wasn't too surprised. Also because I am doing this with a SCART to HDMI, um, whatchamacallit,
Ah.
adapter.
Your TV doesn't
Sometimes,
have start line.
bro, nowadays very few TVs have SCART on them.
I know, right? There's still a few really good flat screens that like really good quality that still have those adapters behind. But those are very, very few. And anyway, anything that's supposed to be SCART behind for these games and stuff is not going to look as good. These ones might look fine, the SNES games, we talked about it, but anything else that came after and up until the 360 era, those two generations, they look like dog shit on those TVs,
They really do.
unfortunately. It's funny, right?
Well,
Um,
that's the thing.
it's almost like equating it to like drinking beer or a glass of wine, like in a plastic cup or in an actual glass. The wine's the same, but the way you experience it is going to be a little bit different.
Oh yeah,
Like you're not going to drink warm vodka out of a bottle of water, that you try to smuggle into a summer festival. That shit's gross, you
true.
know.
Very
The
true.
vodka's
Well,
the same though, isn't it? But the experience is very different.
yep. Fucking rats!
By the way, I'm
Fuck you!
using vodka because I think that's a more extreme example. Because we have drank wine and out of like little plastic cups and beer as well. Um,
Yeah, of course. I mean, do you know
oh,
how many
dude,
beach
okay,
parties
silly
you take a
question.
fucking box of wine with you?
Yeah,
That's the way it
exactly.
goes. Yeah,
It's only cool for the first half hour, right? Especially our
it's
beaches.
it's never cool.
Uh, um,
Go on, tell me what we're gonna ask.
have you ever like if you had to choose between not stupidly cold, but let's say cool beer in a plastic cup or in a ceramic mug, what do you pick?
Ceramic mug.
Interesting.
Well, personally, what I would like is an aluminium mug because you can actually. But I like them
Yeah,
like here.
those
You
are.
can get them like frozen, the mugs, and then the beer inside is just like, oh,
Mhm.
perfect.
Yeah, that's
That's
good.
that's the. That's Jesus. Sorry. This level's this is the second level, and it's already like a pain in my ass.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
I find it that it's easier to drink cheap beer out of a plastic cup than out of an actual beer glass or cup, you know?
You do. Look at you. Well, I mean, it's the same. Like, for example, like. But for me, that's a weird question because it's like, do I prefer drinking beer from the bottle or do I prefer pouring it in a glass?
Bottle.
Of course, bottle, exactly.
Depends on
Like,
the beer. Depends on the beer,
depends
but
on the
generally
beer.
speaking,
But like, for example, I don't,
if it's
I
a nice
don't.
Belgian beer to go up with, then glass. Thank you.
Yeah, but I don't drink. I also don't drink beer from a can. Like, if I get a can of beer, I'll put it in a glass. I don't drink it from the can.
Ah, no, bro, I can't.
There's no fucking way. Like, that's not happening. I can't do
It's
that.
that type of video game. Come on, man.
It's disgusting, man.
What?
Disgusting.
What is this? Okay. Interesting. What if I give you like a bowl? Will you drink beer out of a bowl instead of a can?
What am I, a fucking cat? Jesus, no, bro.
You'd have to drink it with both hands.
I'm sure that it might have. Whoa. I'm sure that I might have done that when I was younger, but not really something I'm looking forward to. So. Okay, this is the bonus level. And I don't know if you can tell already. This is. Like, I don't know how this looks for someone who's never played the game. But this is. This is super harsh. And it's really like. If you don't know the patterns. Like, you have to have died in these levels so many times to know the patterns at this point. I still remember kind of what the enemies do and shit. As well as, like, in the third level, up until the third part of the third level, which is the last part, I'm assuming, I still can manage, but once you get to that last part, it's just death. It's absolute death.
Yeah, and this is coming from someone that I saw speedrun Mega Man for the SNES, and those little levels with the invisible platformers to perfection. That was truly impressive.
Well, for NES, not SNES, but yeah.
NES, yeah, sorry, NES.
But yeah, that's also a different, right? I mean, yeah, but this is very different.
Well,
shit.
You learn how to do that thing before you even learn how to ride. So, you know.
Kinda, yeah. Pretty much.
When you were 6 years old, you already had finished that level.
That was also a game that took me really long to finish, though. The first time around. But in Mega Man, you had the passwords when you defeated the boss. You could go back. You didn't have the whole game over nonsense.
Right. Crash Bandicoot also had that prior to memory cards. That's how you saved your game.
By the way, I apologize for anybody listening. My dogs are barking at each other, so...
I can't hear anything right now.
Okay, good. That's
nice. The Twitch people might, but I'm on Discord. And we have that amazing Discord software where you don't hear stuff, you know?
Yeah. Well, I do have on OBS the filter for noise suppressor on my microphone, but I'm not sure to what degree that works that well.
Well, your voice is not suppressed, so...
Yeah, it's just supposed to suppress background noise, pretty much. Because, like, for example, there's also works being down outside my house. Very frustrating. Eat that shit. Plus, it's Sunday.
Dude.
I got 2 lives extra. That's good.
I moved to an amazing place at one point in Denmark, and then we had 6 months of road work right outside the house.
Oof.
Like literally right outside.
Oof.
You know? And it's this older industrial place with poor isolation. You could hear everything.
Ouch. Big ouch, man. Okay.
Yeah,
so
big time, man.
Here we are. Death incarnate.
Ooh, okay. Hop on that jet, and now it's Dark Souls time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Dark Souls, I got shit on Battletoads, to be honest.
Like, look at this level, and then just try to imagine you're playing this, okay?
Yeah. Well, they do warn you with the obstacles, but it's about to get...
Yeah, this is...
I know.
So this is nothing. This is the easy part. This is Kinderspiel.
Yeah.
Okay, first checkpoint. No lives lost. Okay, we're good. Now things start getting a little bit more dicey.
The second section is still okay. For you, especially.
Kinda. Okay.
If there's any younger people in the audience, this is like... Excuse me. This is one of the greatest difficulty spikes in all of video game history.
Yes. It really is.
It's not.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
And as we said earlier,
And
millions of people all around the world were robbed of playing this game or finishing this game because they couldn't get past this section.
Absolutely. Again, I don't know what comes after this. I've never even seen playthroughs of it, so I really don't know.
Funny how that used to happen more often before with games, right? Like
Yes.
you would have he's having trouble concentrating.
Oh my.
You would have more
God,
games that you never finished, not because you got bored or you had other stuff to do, but because you couldn't.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then you replayed the game 4 or 5 times without ever being able to finish it. I had that issue 3-4 times with 2004's or 2005's Ninja Gaiden.
Ooh,
The first
I get
remake.
that.
Yeah. And it was a shame, but the game was so good, I just went back to the beginning and started it again.
What the fuck
And
is
yes,
this?
I couldn't manage
I don't know
to
what this
finish.
is. I don't think I've ever gotten to this part before.
No!
Oh.
Okay.
I hate this. This is the worst part of the game. Check. Check. What the fuck? It's that ramp. There's a ramp on the floor there that if you miss it, you die, and it's so hard to hit.
You have to skip, right?
Eh. 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 Okay. 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 No, 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 no! Oh!
Yep.
I'm down to my last life
So
already.
the last one, you can't.
Oh my god.
So when you get to that section.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn.
Oh my god.
Continue.
Oh!
Continue.
It didn't let me.
And we go. Yeah, of course not.
What do you mean, of course not? I was supposed to be able to continue. It didn't let me.
Yeah. You are continuing, see?
No, Afonso, it's gonna take me back to the beginning.
I'm taking the piss, mate. I know exactly what I'm saying.
Fuck's sake. Oh, dude, again?
The Reinhardt continues to play. Yes.
Hey, here we go. God damn it.
This is the Dark Souls dungeon without the bonfire. Or the Elden Ring dungeon without the bonfire inside.
This is terrible.
We have to do all of this shit all over again, just so that we can die 100 times in the other spot later.
Exactly. And when I was a kid, I used to get there without even being... I think that I might have pressed the wrong button when the continue thing was on accidentally, and that's why I didn't go.
Like you pressed forward instead of select or something like that?
Something like that. So, the thing is, when I was young, I would get there and I wouldn't even have continues left because I would die a lot in this beginning part. But I think that now I'm more prepared for this kind of thing, so to say. So I can get there pretty easily, but I'm still gonna die there. You're gonna get the boot, pig. You're gonna get the boot. Take my boot in your ass. I like in this game there's like these finisher moves, you know, like if you hit them in different positions, he does different things. Like if you hit them on the floor, he does a boot. If you hit them while running, he puts horns out. If you hit him in the sky, he has like a whatchamacallit, a 1-ton what's that thing they have in cartoons that I can't remember the name right now?
What do you call it?
Anvil.
The thing for a blacksmith, right?
Anvils.
The thing. An anvil, yeah, anvil.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna attempt this until I reach like 1 hour of stream, but then I'm not gonna keep going, cause.
Good one.
Cause fuck that.
It's just to show the youth or
Say
the
again?
casuals. Just to show the youth and the casuals that there are a few things where, a few instances where video games are not quite fun.
Well, but it's the same.
They're not easy or what is out there.
There's so many games of this period of time that were like this, you know? They were just
That's how
impossible.
you got your playtime, right?
Yeah, of course.
It's like nowadays there's some games you can't play. This they say, look, this game is 30 hours, right?
Sure.
And you have to actually go through 30 hours. Even if you go fast, you'll go through like 20-ish or 20 plus. During this time, you don't know if it's going to be 30 hours or 100.
Yeah, exactly.
And a lot of games would count, still like today for playtime, how long people take to finish them, including the deaths and playtime. But the numbers would widely vary here because some levels were that difficult. As a kid,
As a kid. I mean,
it
even
took me
now.
a long time to finish Crash Bandicoot. And even today, yeah, even now. The first Crash Bandicoot I never finished when I was a kid. And then or when I got it, I should say. Then I managed to finish it later. But it took me years of practicing and like not being as bored with the game. Also, if it's one of the few games that you got. The first Crash Bandicoot I'm talking about. The second one is fairly, was more popular, fairly easier. But still today, I couldn't finish. When I played the Insane Trilogy, I couldn't finish the first Crash Bandicoot again. Not because of the Sky level. I managed to do the Sky level, but because of the Stormy Ascent level. Yeah. It doesn't, it's pure rage.
I haven't really played the game, so I'm not necessarily familiar with the levels.
Oh, the people who know. People who know, they know.
Yeah, it's like this. The people who know, the people who have played this, they know my anger towards this shit.
The thing is that with Stormy Ascent, you have to farm a bunch of lives and pray that you make it to the end.
Right.
And,
gotcha.
The part of the problem is that even when you're in shape for that game, you know what I mean by in shape. You've been playing it recently. Your muscle memory is working really well.
Sure.
The reflexes are there. Even when you're in shape, it's fucking impossible, and you can die 30 times and shit.
Right.
And yeah, it's very, very frustrating. So it's tough because if I want to clear that, I would have to go back, play Crash a few hours, get back in shape, and then attempt the level.
Sure.
You know?
Get that muscle memory going, innit?
Yeah.
Arya. Sorry, my dog is like right here, and I have a million cables connecting everything.
Uh-oh. Keep that bitch away.
I'm trying, but she's coming back. Oh, God damn it, Arya, silent key.
Oh shit, you got hit by fire.
Yes, I did. Ah, I missed you with my boot. That's boot. Okay.
I love how the action sequences and the fighting sequences have very much a wrestling game feel to it. The movements.
100%.
I know that it's more like the wrestling games got these movements from the side scrollers because it's the action genre that came before, but it still feels that way because we grew up in the 90s, not the 80s. Although gaming-wise, you grew up in the 80s.
Yeah, gaming-wise, I'm an 80s boy.
You're 5-10 years ahead.
And the 90s boy as well. I mean, I still had the 64 and I kept going, but definitely played
your first console was the NES, so it was already an old console when you got it in the early 90s.
Oh yeah, it was
like,
already
the
second
was around. You got it first, right?
Yeah.
So you experienced, like, when I was at my first generation of consoles at my house that I owned, you were at your third.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Correct. Oh, God. Slip.
Like, there's people who are 10 years older than you who also got the NES as their first console.
Absolutely. Even older, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, the first console, if you look at it that way, the first console I had was the Spectrum, because my dad had a Spectrum. but it's not like
What's
I
a
really played it.
Spectrum? What company made the Spectrum?
Sinclair.
Oh.
It's not. I mean, it's just. It was a big thing back then, like in the 80s. But
Mhm.
it's kind of a forgotten sort of console.
System.
It's more within like
Plays very
Atari
few games,
boundaries and things
right?
like that. It's not that it plays very few
Okay.
games, but it's just like I still have it here. I have the Sinclair. But oh my god, dude, Adria, please get out of here. And everything's disconnected.
Oh shit. The lady walked all over the cables and she ruined it?
Yeah.
Oh, Arya, you bitch.
Yeah.
We can use this word because she is a female dog. But
She
still,
she literally turned off my console.
oh fuck.
Yeah.
Well, at least she, because I was about to jinx it. I was about to say, dude, I bet you Arya is gonna turn off your SNES at the moment you're about to make a breakthrough. So it's a good thing she did it now and not at a critical time. But I mean, we were getting there again. But instead, we get blue.
Oh my
Don't
god.
throw the dog out the window, yeah? She loves you so much. She doesn't know what she did. She doesn't know.
Yeah, she doesn't know what she did, but
Exactly. Forgive them, Father, for they do not know what they do.
I'm not Jeebus. I'm not Dog Jesus. Alright. Adia, get down! It's just usually it's okay that she passes by because it's a different setup, but with the
Mhm.
SNES, it's just. Ugh, God. Oh. And we're back, and I have to redo the first level again. God damn this life.
By the
Okay,
way, you said 25 years later, but actually, it's been 29 years since Battletoads came out. Crazy, right?
yeah, I mean, it's crazy, but I think I'm trying to remember if I got the 64 in 96 or 97. Yeah, probably I did. So yeah, so I was playing this in 95, maybe? Because I mean, it was already out when I was playing it. It's not like it was a new game. Every game I bought on the SNES was a second-hand game. I don't think I ever bought new games. At all. The time I was
Even
playing...
Christmas, wouldn't you like get a new game from an uncle or something like that?
Well, nothing that wasn't second-hand, because at the time I was playing, it was already... The games were
Right.
already old. You know, it's not like it was the new
Ah, okay, they
console.
were out. Yeah, I see.
Same for the NES. I mean, I got the NES in 93. I mean, the NES is a mid-80s, late 80s console. Well, really early 80s kind of, but yeah. It's mostly a mid-80s console, so every game I got was from the secondhand store. They weren't really releasing new games.
So they were almost 10 years old.
Yeah, when I was
It was
playing...
nice and cheap for your parents, right? And
Yeah,
you didn't do any better.
no. When I was playing NES, the SNES was already out, right? So, I mean... I played NES for... I did it the same way we kind of do with the new era consoles, both you and me. We
Right.
usually wait a few years until they're
Yeah, but a
available
few
too.
years. Yeah, but when you're between the ages of 5 and 10, that's a long ass time, man.
True, true. Yeah, but at that time you also don't think about it that way. It's like, okay, I have a console. Why
No,
would
of
I
course not.
complain? You know.
Did you get like a terrible epiphany when you realized when you were a little bit older that as a kid you were missing out on some of the most amazing Mario games and you had no idea that they were out already? You know what I mean? Like you're playing Mario Brothers on NES and then you're completely oblivious to the existence of Super Mario World 2.
Well, yeah, but you wouldn't think about it because, you know, you wouldn't think about
Because
it.
you wouldn't know. Ignorance is bliss.
Really, bro, in that situation,
So,
100%.
did you get that epiphany? Like when you finally got onto the NES, like, oh, wait a minute, what are you talking about? These games were out years ago?
No, didn't
Are you
even.
kidding me right now?
I didn't even think of that.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
It's true that at that time I just thought of those games as just games. I didn't care if they came out long ago or not.
No.
You know, same for the PlayStation. It's the games that are available.
Exactly.
I didn't get the thing of like, oh, that's a new game, that's an old game. If they're numbered, maybe. Like my first Ridge Racer was Ridge Racer Type 4,
Uh-huh.
which came inside with a disc of Ridge Racer, the original game. So you got
Right.
2 games. You know, it was like it came with the console. The bundle with the console was a special edition of Ridge Racer Type 4, which is the 4th game, but it also had a CD of the first one in it as a gift type of thing. It came bundled.
Oh, right.
And I did feel a big difference, as in like this is the new game and this is the old game. I can tell.
Sure.
I can tell them apart, like literally. Fast forward 15 years, and I look at them side by side, and I just think to myself, well, yeah, the other one looks better, but they're still very similar.
Of course.
But just because one of them looked like one of those like Sega arcade things, as opposed to a more polished product, which was Type 4, still to this day one of my favorite racing games of all time. Because it was your first, and you never forget your first. Yes, but Ridge Racer 1 was also my first.
I'm sorry.
I love that one too.
I forget my first of many things. That's very relative.
Yeah. But yeah, the first 2 games I ever had were, 3 if you count Ridge Racer 1, were Ridge Racer 1, 4, and Tekken 3. Yeah.
Nice.
And the first Tekken looks very old compared to Tekken 3. Like it's like night and day. It's
For
almost
sure,
like
sure.
you went forward a generation in the console, right?
Yeah.
People just got better at making games with that hardware. I think that was a generation of consoles where that really showed.
Hmm.
Big difference.
But
yeah, old games. Did you ever get that feeling, like when you were younger, like this is an old game, or
Never. Never thought of it that way. It was just, it's a different game. I never...
different game.
But that's why, like, I'm into retro to begin with. I don't really have that thing of, oh, it's... Well, yeah, now I recognize it's an old game, but I don't look at it that way. It's like, yeah. If anything nowadays...
For some kids, it's important.
No, I know. For me, I mean, what's important is that new games that I play... Oh, shit, I just lost a life very stupidly.
Sorry, my bad.
No, it's not your fault. What matters to me... Like, it matters more to me nowadays than it did when I was younger. Like, I recognize that myself. It's like... When I'm playing games on my PC, I want them to be the best possible resolution. I want them to play at the best frame rate possible. Like, I want to play them as pretty and as good as they should be. Whilst back then, no, I was just happy to have a video game. I was just like, yeah, it doesn't look old, it just looks as it is. But that's why I still like playing these games more to a degree, because I don't judge them the same way. I just naturally enjoy playing them because, you know, it's a different time, and because I grew up playing these, I look at this and I don't see them as being, oh my god, it's old school, the graphics are terrible. I actually look at it and think, my god, this looks amazing. You know, so looks amazing, sounds amazing, soundtracks are amazing. A lot of these SNES games had soundtracks by Green Jelly, which was like a punk band from the 90s that did a lot of like video game soundtracks. So there's just a lot of good things going for these things. That's the way I feel. That is the way, Jack. But yeah. But like for example, my first game. Oh my god, Aria, please no. It's okay, she's sleeping now. As long as she's sleeping, that's okay.
Wow. She went from saying no to falling asleep. Pow! The puppies.
No, the problem is she's coming next to me and she lays down, but then when she starts getting up, she goes all through the cables. And because I'm playing on the SNES, and I have this whole setup very fiddly and finicky around me, because I have a million cables connected at the same time, all she has to do is pass by one, and everything can get disconnected. Yeah. Unfortunately so. Alright. We're almost at the bonus level, as long as I don't die in this super fast part.
I think you'll be fine here. When you get to the super difficult level, I'm just gonna keep quiet out of respect.
I don't have to.
Because I am curious to see if you can do this. Yeah.
I'm curious too, but I highly doubt it. Because it's all it takes is making one mistake. You know, it's even if you're kind of comfortable with things, just that one mistake fucks everything. Shut up, rat.
Yeah.
Shut up, rat. Shut up, rat.
But
Shut up.
in that sense, it's kind of realistic because you're on a motorcycle, right? Doesn't matter how much health you get or how much you can take. At a certain point, just one mistake and you're fucked.
I guess you got a point. Oh shit, that was. Oh my god, I'm losing lives stupidly as fuck.
Wait.
Hit each other, that's right. Then after this it's the fans, and then this the super fast thing. I can't get hit any more times or I'm gonna lose a bit of life.
Yep.
I mean, it goes down to 0, but you don't want to go into the next level with very few lives.
With 0.
Fucking fans. Okay. Okay, this is the super fast part now. Also, another thing that's really annoying about this part that I'm doing right now is that if you double tap... Ah! Yeah, that's what just happened now. If you double tap the D-pad...
You remember.
Ah, so close. Well, I can make 2 lives in the bonus round, but still not very nice. Thank God for bonus rounds. Soundtrack's great though. I know you probably can't hear it, but...
No, we can't hear it. It's a shame.
I mean, you can on Twitch though.
Maybe?
No, for sure.
For shizzle?
I'm pretty sure you should be able to.
I'm gonna check. For shizzle?
Pretty sure you should be able to.
Yeah, poorly, but you can.
Poorly.
But also, that might be my bad signal, so...
Okay, so the first one's 2 up, middle, 2 up,
So if you get 100, you get an extra life?
It's not 100, I think it's 150. So I usually get to like 300 and something points, and I usually get 2 lives here, so... Which I know that they did this on purpose, because I was like, okay, so everybody's gonna die in the next level, so let's try to give them a life.
Yeah, should be enough. I really wonder who was the psychopath who got playtested and they just went with one. Do you think that's what happened? One guy managed to pass the thing and they go, okay, yeah, it's doable. You can release the game like that on the 3rd level. Don't need to fix it. It turns out they picked the 0.0000001%
Again, they wanted to increase the difficulty in all these games. You gave the example of The Lion King, right? The Lion King is made to be a super hard game.
Yeah, but it's also meant to suck up as many quarters as possible.
Yes.
As many coins. I wonder if this one that's the case.
But I don't think this was an arcade game. It could have been.
Exactly. So it's just pure torture at home, from the comfort of your own home. With no bragging rights. You don't have strangers coming at your house every day to check out your high score, right?
True.
But when you go to an arcade and your name is on that top 10, God forbid if you made a deal with the devil and you have it in the top 1. Dude, That's a matter of Stekpa that nothing else can buy.
That
you
is
know?
true. No one can buy the respect of having
Like,
a high score.
yeah,
in an
yeah,
arcade
yeah.
game.
You're a neurosurgeon, but
But what's your score on
I
Galaga?
had number two. Yeah, I had number two on a 45-year-old pinball machine that summer. Do you understand? Do you fucking understand that? Well, at the time they weren't 40-year-old pinball machines. They were more like 25, 30-year-old. But still,
I get you. I see what you're
still,
saying. I can smell what you're stepping in.
pride.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not a sin, right?
Yeah.
Could you imagine your parents go, "Oh, I'm so proud of you, son." Sin, pride, mother. Don't tell your friends you're proud of me. It's a sin. By the way, why does this lady look like Michael Jackson? Is she supposed to be your sheikh?
No, she's
Or-
supposed to be
you
the
do
evil
see it,
one.
don't
She's
you?
the evil one. But yes, I do see it.
Okay. Okay. And this is that rooster from Looney Tunes.
Yeah,
The big one that looks
Foghorn
like Baloo.
Leghorn.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll say, this is like a country chicken.
Yeah, the guy who talks like Elvis, right?
Okay, so here we go. Back to this nonsense.
Come on. Send us thoughts and prayers for success.
Thoughts and prayers, my ass.
Oof. Oof. Ooh. Oh, this is the early part. Remember when you get to the very last part with the green boys?
Mm-hmm.
Try to avoid them more than jumping. Like,
I
you can jump
know.
the first 50, but then after that, don't jump.
I know, bro, but it's not as easy.
Just reminding you, that's it.
It's not as easy.
I understand. I completely understand.
Although I do get what you're saying, I really do. That's what I was trying to do, but
I'll remind you again when we get there. Because it's got to be no jumping and then jumping. You know, that's the problem. Ugh. Do you need to jump to catch the ramp, or just
it
jumps
depends.
for you?
It depends on the ramps.
Right.
Some ramps you need to
But
jump
that
because
one,
they're...
that you... Okay, it's not a ramp, it's a wall.
Yeah.
Right.
See that ramp there was on...
Yeah, that you had to jump. I see.
Here I have to avoid it. Get it. This is death. I can't do it. Oh my god, this is so tight. It's so tight.
It's so tight and hard on the eyes, dude. I need a curved screen to look at this.
Ah, shit.
And curved towards me, old school. Oh, what happened, man?
Oh, Ponzo, don't. Don't you even. You don't know how hard this is. This might look very simple. I don't know if it does, but it really isn't.
In terms of frustration, I might know how hard it is, because if you go at it over and over again, but you can't manage to finish and you're stuck, then I might know what it is, because you made me do that in Sekiro. So.
Oh, it's very different, bro. It's so different.
No, it's not. It's not, because I put hours and hours in and I still didn't make it.
Okay, so 3.
You know what I mean?
4,
Okay.
5.
Okay, just avoid.
Ah! What's happening? Oh shit, what's
I
happening?
don't know.
Oh my god, what the fuck just happened?
I don't know. Oh, what happened?
Exactly.
You had to jump twice
I don't
from one
know.
platform to the other.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but I got one more continue, so
Jesus.
this is gonna be the last attempt.
Peter, Peter, Peter.
Even almost 30 years later, I can't believe this nonsense. It's just like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game on NES with the underwater level and the bombs. Same fucking bullshit.
It was a surprisingly fast, good, and accurate and colorful game for the NES, I must say.
It was really good. It's funny
Good
because a
game.
lot of
that one I
like...
got the chance to play on the little emulator machine that I
Oh, nice.
got here.
Because Like, the thing is, a lot of NES, not a lot, but a few NES games, especially late era NES games, which are maybe less, you know, revered or less seen, they actually have very high quality content of imagery and color. Because they're already, some of them border already the line of the SNES. They were coming out when the SNES was out.
Especially the stills.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think we can say the same. Do you think we can say the same for example, cutscenes from the early PS2 era and the late PS1 era, right? Like cutscenes, I'm thinking of cutscenes from Final Fantasy VIII, for example,
Sure.
that at the time looked beautiful and phenomenal, and not too different from the ones you got to see in early era PS2, right?
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like for some things, the older generation still looks amazing.
This game's gonna kill me.
Yeah. I mean, it's not good for your heart, that's for sure.
Yeah, it
so
really
in that
isn't.
sense, yeah, it's not killing you now. It might, instead of going, you might die a year earlier just because of this game.
So I'm probably gonna die like 10 years earlier just because of how many times I tried to do this shit in my life. Okay, we're back to that checkpoint. I got 2 lives.
Alright. So after avoiding that little wall, we have to try to stay on the yellow platform and jump twice.
There's 5 of these little dudes before the shit comes out.
Okay, avoid and jump. And
it didn't
jump.
Alfonso, when I'm
there.
you
Oh,
gotta
it doesn't let you?
understand, when I'm underneath it doesn't let me jump more.
Oh,
That's the problem.
so what the fuck are you supposed to do then? You have to like jump immediately right after
I don't
and hope to land on the yellow thing?
I guess
Try that then. Yeah, try that then. It's gonna be jump, you know?
do you know how hard it is to estimate what the area is on these things?
I know. Jump. And jump.
Ah!
Again. Yes! Jump. Oh, fuck.
It's so hard.
Damn.
It's so hard, man.
I got a feeling like there might be a ramp that you can't see under all those lemons. I know there are lemons, but you guys know what I mean.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay.
3, 4, 5. Come on. It doesn't let me do anything, Alfonso. It doesn't let me. It doesn't let me.
Fuck! Why? This is not fair.
I can continue one more time.
Damn.
Okay. My last continue. Here we go. Because that's the problem with that part, right? It's you have to be so accurate with what you do, and just to get there is already hard. So it's not like I can keep getting there and understanding the pattern. I have to replay everything to get there.
Yeah.
That's the thing about old games, and I love it to some degree, and to another degree, I really hate it.
I felt that again when I was playing Cadillacs and Dinosaurs.
Nice.
If you don't have an emulator, I mean, when you play on emulator, you can usually save the state,
yeah.
right? But if you try to play them old school, you really realize that so many of these games are meant to be that way. I played that game on the arcade at the camping park from age like 7 until maybe 14. And I never saw past the 3rd level, I think. I always died at the end of the 3rd world or the 3rd level. I also only got to practice for a few days a year, you know?
That's the
But, and put a few quarters in that. Which was really cool because that machine was 50 escudos, right? So for a while, well, the other machines were 100. Like 50 old Portuguese currency. Basically, this machine was 20 cents and the other ones were 50 cents.
Right.
And then when the euro came around, pop, straight to 50 cents, and then 2 years later, a euro. I was like, you motherfuckers, how dare you quadruple the price of Cadillacs and dinosaurs? Yeah. Oh, sorry, I distracted you,
That's
mate.
okay, Alfonso, it's okay. I'm not gonna make it.
Stop saying that. What's with the defeatist attitude?
I'm not gonna make it. This is impossible.
You sound like Hitler's generals in 1943.
Were they wrong?
Not even far from over.
Were they wrong?
No, they were absolutely correct.
Well, there you
They
go.
were completely correct.
My life. I don't like this. Okay. And only now I'm at the last checkpoint and I only have 1 life left. That is not happening.
Okay.
Can't do anything!
I think that you have to basically land on the right lane, the correct lane, and then it will make you jump when you hit those rocks, but you can't even miss a single rock that's under the lemons.
Yeah, well...
You know what I mean?
That's the
Isn't that what
problem.
you're supposed to do?
Yes, and now I'm dead.
Yeah. And we have no depth perception because these fucking stupid ass 2D games. If you can't see the floor, how do you know if you're going up or down, right? Ridiculous.
Okay.
You just gotta know.
And just like that, we are done with Battletoads and
Back at the
Battlemaniacs.
beginning. Oh, good lord.
There's no fucking way. Fuck that. Jesus. This is impossible.
Thank you so much, Rare. Thank you.
I mean,
All
Rare,
these
I
years
love
later.
you, old school Rare, but dude. Seriously. Alright. Well, I'm gonna quit the stream here. It's, yeah, 93. So, yeah. This came out when I got the NES. So. God damn. Okay. Thank you so much for everybody who's been watching. Thank you, Papu91, for accompanying me on this disaster. Much appreciated.
Yeah, I love to watch you suffer.
I know you do. I know you do. Alright. Okay. Well, catch you next time for another stream. Please give me a follow if you can. Give Papu91 a follow as well. Go check out our YouTube channel. Jack and Papu Talk Shouldn't Play Games. And, yeah, we'll catch you next
Video coming tomorrow.
Nice. Alright. Lots of love. Bye.